let's talk about for people that are new out there to brand shoots. Like, can you tell me what a brand shoot is?
Yeah, absolutely. So to back up a second, I used to shoot weddings and portraits for the first, I don't know, many years of my
Yeah.
business. I transitioned to brand specifically photography in 2015. And so brand photos are really meant to capture the essence of who you are in a very captivating way that draws the attention of your ideal clients and makes them want to know more, right? I call them scroll stopping photos. And with today's, social media is obviously king. You need a ton of content and you don't want your content to look like crap. So high quality brand photos are key. And I have had numerous clients tell me how much having the brand photos elevated their business, their brand image, and their pricing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can talk to that. Like, I am an absolute product of that. As soon as I had my photos from you and we put them on the website and everything, immediately my game was like just elevated. Like, people over and over again, they're going to the website and they're saying, "Oh my gosh, Heather, like the website's awesome." And oh my gosh, the photos that we share on social that have me in it, the posts that we share, photos that have me in it, have more engagement, more, likes, comments, shares, whatever, than just any other piece of content that I could put out there. So, you're right. We live in this digital world where content is king. And yeah, you could go take a photo with your phone and be okay. I mean, that's okay. But there is so much value to having that professional touch to it, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah. And hey, I still do selfies and post them. Like, people want to see the
Yeah.
real, raw, the unedited, the everyday you, as well as it's important to have that polished look. Like, it shows that you give a crap about your business and that you're a serious business person. I can't tell you how many times I've been so turned off because I'll go to somebody's social media, I will go to a website, and like, they stood in crappy fluorescent lighting and had someone snap a cell phone shot of them and put it
Yeah.
up. That is so unprofessional to me. And I don't know if I'm more particular because I am a photographer, but if you're not putting that care into your business, how much care are you going to put into our business together?
Yeah.
Um, and so I think too, like, what's important to note here is your website photos should always be polished brand photos. I think once in a while, like on your About Me page, if you have a couple of casual snaps of like you and the family, or out and about, that's okay. But when people land on your website, you want them to feel impressed. Like, you want
Yeah.
them to be like, wow, like, this is really well put together. This is a serious business owner. Like, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
That's the first impression they're going to get. And you only
Yeah.
have a couple seconds to capture their attention with that. So your hero
Yeah.
image, that main image people see, and the headline next to it are essential for keeping people on your page.
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, we're talking to a lot of coaches out there, consultants, thought leaders. I mean, entrepreneurs. You have to have the professional look, especially if you're going to try to charge two, three, four, five, six, $10,000 for your retainers. You don't want somebody that's just there with a cell phone. You're not going to get the deal. You're not going to get the deal, right? It's perception. Perception is reality. And so, people, you're giving people, trust. They're building trust just by an image.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And hey,
that,
like a crappy image is going to do the opposite, so it's almost better like to have no pictures than to have bad pictures. If
just
you
about right.
absolutely cannot put pictures up yet.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. So now we know that we need that brand shoot. So what are some keys to a successful brand shoot?
Number one, I can't say this enough, work with a brand photographer.
Mhm.
Having come from the portrait and wedding world, my mentality and skill set going into that type of photo shoot is entirely different than a brand photo shoot. It takes a thorough understanding of brand strategy, of understanding how social media works, what clients are looking for, down to like how to even compose an image so that it's usable for a website and for social media, for advertising, for headers, for all of the things that you need. So hire a brand photographer who has niched down and is skilled at capturing actual brand photos. That's one of my number one tips. Number two, the sooner you can do it, the better. So usually a brand photo shoot is a big investment. I mean, when a photographer is giving you images that you are going to make money off of, they're going to charge more for that. And a brand shoot is an involved process. There should be a process before where your photographer is really getting to know you, know your brand, understand what content you're putting out over the next year, have an understanding of where you need these photos for your website, all of the things. There's a whole process that goes before it. The photo shoot, like when I'm working with people, most of my like full brand shoots are an all-day affair.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. You know, we're all day. I don't put a time limit on it. It's however long we need that day to get all of the photos that you need. And then even after, I deliver over 100 images from each shoot. And so that's a lot of time, editing, whatever. So just know that a brand shoot is an investment. And then you can do smaller shoots in between. If you're not ready for a full brand shoot, you can always start with a mini shoot somewhere, just to get yourself started. Mm-hmm. But I think it's important to understand, what goes into a brand shoot and why it's important to hire a brand photographer.
Yeah. And you just nailed it too. You said brand photographer. So we're not talking like your sister who can take photos, and we're not talking about the wedding photographer that, she's very skilled, or he's very skilled at getting, the kiss and all those moments. And it's beautiful, but that is different. It's a different skill set. It's a different mindset, with, the goal being, you're promoting yourself. Like you're trying to give yourself the best shot to sell your service or your product. And so having somebody like you with a marketing background that understands the whole deal, will get you, you'll have a better product and a better process, like an overall better experience. I know, you and I, when we started talking, you had me fill out this document and just try to get into the mind. You have to try to understand, okay, who Heather Holloway is, what her style is, what she's who she is, what she's about. And then externally showing that to the world and putting me in the best place possible. So you want to be with that photographer that has that mindset. And Shannon, you are it, girl. Like you're coaching people too you coached me throughout the whole process. Thanks for watching Practical Talk on YouTube. Listen to full episodes on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And while you're there, be sure to hit that subscribe button.